KC9VKV, this is KA8YOR.
That's KA8YOR, roger, roger.
That's KA8YOR, roger, roger. Roger, roger. Name is Ed here in Ohio. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yes, sir, Ed. And where are you located, sir? You're Ohio, is that a roger?
Ed, and where are you located, sir? You're Ohio, is that a roger? Roger, roger. We're in Ravenna, Ohio, just south of Cleveland by about 30 miles. And you helped me set the 891 Yaesu up. I'm using the FTDX-10 today with a Behringer microphone, a little bit of equalization, and a amplifier, 811 amplifier with 572Bs in it, and running the end-fed half wave right now, up about 35 feet. Just wondering if I got the EQ set properly. I've been listening to it on the monitor and trying to get a flat response and with a dip in the mid-band, and I think I got it close. I just wanted to get a verification from you. Over.
Roger. Ed, stand by just a moment, please.
Roger. Ed, stand by just a moment, please.
There we go, Ed. Thank you so very much. I had a little technical thing I had to take care of, but we're back on the air now, so give me that radio again, please.
We're back on the air now, so give me that radio again, please. Yes, sir. I'm running the FTDX-10 from Yaesu, 811 amplifier with 572Bs in it, about 400 or 500 watts, and end-fed antenna. I do have the processor on 10%, and I'm running equalization. I think I got it relatively flat with a dip in the mid-band. Looks real close to what the 891 was doing, which you helped me set up. And hopefully it's not too far off, running the Behringer microphone with the Heil adapter cord on it. Over.
Yes, sir. Okay, the first thing would be to make sure that you're in that wide 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth. Wide 100 to 2900, roger, roger.
Wide 100 to 2900, roger, roger. Roger, roger. That's where we're set.
All right, now go to your compressor processor. We want it on a 3 out of 10 or a 30 out of 100. We just want a third of the processor on. So it's a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled, roger.
So it's a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled, roger. Okay, I've got it 10 out of 100, over.
Yes, sir. Okay, now move to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the magic word audio, stretch out the front of the word audio, become a human test tone, and adjust your mic level until your ALC is 2/3, roger.
Adjust your mic level until your ALC is 2/3, roger. Audio. Okay, we're at 2/3 there now.
All right, sir. Now let's go to your EQ page, roger, roger.
All right, sir. Now let's go to your EQ page, roger, roger. Okay, hang on a second.
This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. We're talking with Ed in Ohio, working on his FTDX-10 in the equalizer department.
FTDX-10 in the equalizer department. Okay, we're there on that page, and I'm on the first parametric equalizer is on 3. That doesn't make sense.
Is that a 3-band EQ, 8-band EQ? What kind of equalizer is that, sir?
Is that a 3-band EQ, 8-band EQ? What kind of equalizer is that, sir? It is a 3-band EQ, and I am on 100 right now, 100 hertz or kilohertz, and yeah, it says 100 hertz, and that's at a level of 3 with a bandwidth of 1.
Oh, great. You have a bandwidth selection. That's great. So let's go up to the top. Is that a parametric? You can adjust the frequency of the treble EQ. Is that a roger?
Is that a parametric? You can adjust the frequency of the treble EQ. Is that a roger? Not that I know of. I mean, I can choose different frequencies for it.
Yes, sir, that's what I'm talking about. Your treble EQ, can you put it on 2.7K? Treble EQ at 2.7K?
0.7K. Treble EQ at 2.7K. Yes, sir, that's what it's on, 2.7K.
Alrighty, and can you give me 3 clicks additional boost from where you are? 3 clicks plus boost from where you are?
Additional boost from where you are. 3 clicks plus boost from where you are.
Echo Charlie 1 Delta Juliet. This is Echo Charlie 1 Delta Juliet.
Frequency is in use. Frequency is in use. Has been in use since 3:30. Frequency is in use since 3:30. Go ahead, Ed. What you got there?
Frequency is in use since 3:30. Go ahead, Ed. What you got there? I was only able to bring it up 1 click. It was actually on 9. So, yeah, I brought it up 1 more click.
All right, sir. Now, what we want is a width of 4. A width of 4 on that 2.7K push. Ooh, 4. Anyway, we want a width of 4 on the 2.7K push. Roger?
We want a width of 4 on the 2.7K push. Roger? Okay, we got it at 4. Reset it at 4 and stored it. Over.
And what was the last you said?
And what was the last you said? I went ahead and stored that at 4.
Yes, sir. Okay, now what I want you to do is come back off that mic. I think you got in on that mic. I want you to come back to where you were when we first started the conversation, where you started your ALC level control. Roger?
Where you started your ALC level control. Roger? Roger, I did. I raised up to get closer to the rig so I could see it better. And I'm back to where I first started, where is at the ALC.
Yes, sir. Now, so since you have adjustable EQ levels and frequencies on that bottom bass line, I want you to put that on 200 cycles. 200 cycles on your bass EQ. Roger, roger?
200 cycles. 200 cycles on your bass EQ. Roger, roger? Roger, roger. We're at 200 now.
Yes, sir. Now, I want you to put a width of 4. Width of 4 on that 200 cycles. Roger, roger?
Width of 4 on that 200 cycles. Roger, roger? Roger, roger. We have a width of 4 now.
All right. Try to work that mic as best you can, as consistently, you know, because if you shift up closer, you have proximity effect and things become very bassy. So I want you to stay as best you can where you were when we first started and where you set your level. All right, so we're talking about 200 cycles, width of 4. I want you to take that down 3 clicks cut. 3 clicks cut on that 200 cycles. Roger?
Cut. 3 clicks cut on that 200 cycles. Roger? Okay, I took it down 2 clicks. Over.
All right, take it down 1 more, please.
All right, take it down 1 more, please. Okay, and I took it down 1 more.
All right, so back into the position that you were when we first started our conversation, and I want you to go back to your ALC. Is that where you were when we first started? Is that the comfortable position for you normally?
Where you were when we first started, is that the comfortable position for you normally? Usually I close talk. I put my mouth right up to the microphone, but I do get some popping when I do that. I'm not doing that right now. I'm about 3 or 4 inches off of it. This is about where I got the LC set, and it's at 2/3 right now.
Yes, I would stay right there. Now, you can get a windscreen. You can go to your local music store and get a windscrreen, a foam windscreen, and put over that mic. And you can swallow that mic, and you know, it will still sound great. When a foam windscreen just takes all of the transients out and just lets you work that mic however you would like. Roger, roger?
Out and just lets you work that mic however you would like. Roger, roger? That sounds like a good deal. I've got a windscreen, a foam windscreen. Should I stick that on there and let you hear it up close?
Oh, yes, sir. If you've got one, put it on there, baby. That's what that one needs. because it does, the thing is, when you start working a mic tight, there's two things there's probably three things that happen. First is your level comes up the tighter you work it, your bass frequency comes up the tighter you work it, and the mouth noise comes up the tighter you work that mic. However, with a foam windscreen, that will usually cut down all the transients, so then all we need to do, if you like to work it tight, we'll EQ it for tight. Roger?
So then all we need to do, if you like to work it tight, we'll EQ it for tight. Roger? Roger. That's how I like to work it. I'm working it real close now. I do have the windscreen on it. It's a foam windscreen from Sweetwater. And close talking like I normally do when I'm comfortable operating. Over.
Yes, sir. Okay, what we need to do is go back to your ALC and reset your ALC level for close talk. Because your level probably went up about 7 or 8 dB when you came into close proximity. So we want to go back to your ALC. Again, the word audio, spoken just as you would speak any other word in a QSO. Don't stress it, just say it. And then with your mic gain, adjust your ALC for 2/3. Roger?
And with your mic gain, adjust your ALC for 2/3. Roger? Audio, yeah, it did come up, and I'm backing it down. Okay, got it.
Okay, so you got 2/3 on that last audio?
Okay, so you got 2/3 on that last audio? Roger.
It sounds still hot to me. Go back and check that one more time, if you would there, Ed. It sounds still hot. The word audio, spoken just as you would speak any other word in the QSO.
The word audio, spoken just as you would speak any other word in the QSO.
Hello, Ed. Do you still copy, sir?
Hello, Ed. Do you still copy, sir?
Station way off there. You are talking to somebody that's been on this frequency for 45 minutes. I don't know where you come from, but the frequency is in use. I'm sure that's going to do a ton of good.
It is in use. I'm sure that's going to do a ton of good.
Ed, are you still with us, sir?
Ed, are you still with us, sir?
This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, speaking with Ed, KA8YOR, in Ohio, working on his FTDX-10. Last we left, we were deep into the bowels of the EQ page, doing some equalization there. I think we got him in a pretty good stead there, but I just don't know what happened to him. Audio check. Audio. Well, I see by the light on the amp, we're doing fine, so I guess it must be Mother Nature there or something.
Doing fine, so I guess it must be Mother Nature there or something. No, it was me. Fumbled finger to hit the VFO. Sorry about that. Ended up on another frequency. But I got it set for 2/3 now, and I did back it down in order to get to that point. And, I'm at 2/3 ALC now. Definitely a little bit less than that.
Yes, sir. Well, like I say, the word audio, I spent months trying to find just the right word to use as a human generator to convert the human voice into an electronic signal to adjust that to ALC. And it turned out that it was the word audio. When you look at it on a spectrum analyzer, it's from, all the way down to 25 cycles up to 1 or 2 KC, just a broadband kind of thing there. And it's just perfect for setting that ALC level. We used to have to say, speak rapidly 1 to 2 or 3 and adjust your ALC for mid-scale to 2/3. And that is all right, but the word audio is so precise that you can just set it on 2/3 very easily. Roger?
Precise that you can just set it on 2/3 very easily. Roger? Roger that. Let me try it once again here. Audio. 1, 2, 3, audio. Yes, it's definitely under 2/3 now.
We want it right on 2/3. That's the whole idea, that you can set it precisely on 2/3. You know, the thing is that not all ALC displays move all the way from left to right. Most ALCs only display about half of the width of the display. So taking that into consideration, taking what would be half of that ALC reading or level, and then the other half, finding the middle of the other half, and that would be 2/3 or thereabouts anyway. Gosh, let's see, I failed math, but anyway, this should be fairly close here.
I failed math, but anyway, this should be fairly close here. Okay, let me try once again here. Audio. Okay, there I've got it exactly 2/3.
Yes, sir. I would take that baseline down one more click. Just minus one more click, and let me hear you minus one more from where you are on the baseline.
And let me hear you minus one more from where you are on the baseline.
I think I may have you on my local antenna there, Ed. Give me about 10 seconds. Tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me listen to you.
Give me about 10 seconds. Tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me listen to you. Okay.
This is an audio frequency display, which shows me what my audio is doing.
Frequency display, which shows me what my audio is doing. AFT or AFFT, I believe they call it. And yeah, I did take the low end down one more. Over.
Yes, sir. Take it down one more. I got to copy a little bit on my local antenna. My local radios get down to 100 cycles, and I would feel more comfortable if you rolled just one more from where you are. One more, minus one more from where you are. Roger?
You are. One more, minus one more from where you are. Roger? Roger. Yeah, minus one more is down one more.
Not that matters, but yeah, take it down one more. Over.
All right, so you're still fairly heavy on the bottom end, but not excessive. The thing is, and I always preach this, Mother Nature sometimes pulls cruel jokes on us amateur radio operators, and she bends back the signal at a different place or two places. Instead of just one bounce back to whoever you're talking to, she does it twice, one a little bit later than the first one. And then when they both coincide at the far distant receive point, one signal might be just a little out of phase with the other, and therein lies the problem, because you have a thing called cancellation. When things get phase angle changes, it's difficult to keep it all together. If she would bend it all back at once, it would be in phase and everything would be just the way it started out. But if she bends one back a little bit later, it's going to be out of phase with the first one, and depending on how that goes, phase cancellation always starts at the top of the audio band and works its way down in your modulation signal. So if you have all this, bass end, and then you lose the top because of phase angle cancellation, you become Mr. Mumbles. And because of that, I don't emphasize a bunch of bottom end. I think that the whole idea is to communicate and be understood. And you can have a great signal, but like I say, if it's down in that 125 cycle area, and then you lose the top, it becomes very bass oriented. So try rolling maybe one more click at 200 cycles, and that should be a width of 4, 200 cycles width of 4, and minus one more from where we were last. Roger?
3, 2, 2. Roger. I rolled it down one more. We're one more left.
Roger. I rolled it down one more. We're one more less than what we were before. Over.
Yes, sir. Now, I wish we had a little more top end, actually, but your limitation is that your that frequency is a third octave equalizer, you know, and it doubles and doubles, you know, where, but let's see, now you had the parametric, right? So you're on 2.7, but you're out of push. You have no more push left, Roger?
You're on 2.7, but you're out of push. You have no more push left, Roger? Roger, roger.
Yeah, I would call it close enough there, Ed, if you want to hear it. But tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me get a nice recording for about 15 seconds or so. I think you really enjoy it, Roger.
Recording for about 15 seconds or so. I think you really enjoy it, Roger. Roger that. I really enjoy the DX-10. It's a lot simpler to operate than I thought it was going to be. After having the 891, I thought everything was going to be menu-driven, but this one's not too bad. It's pretty logical. Go through it pretty easily. And anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Over.
Roger, Ed. I think it sounds great, man. Get the reel of tape and taper down. I think we've struck it. I think you'll enjoy your recording. I'll have it uploaded by YouTube tomorrow. So if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search, Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. That'll take you to this recording. It should be cut number 1 in a series of 2,500 Qso-Vlog aircheck recordings. So 73 there, Ed. Appreciate it, Roger.
Recordings. So 73 there, Ed. Appreciate it, Roger. Roger. I appreciate it very much. Once again, compliments to you, sir, for doing a good job helping everybody out. That's what it's all about. I really appreciate it. KC9VKV. This is KA8YOR. I heard the other station come in and give the comment also. Thank you, sirs, and I'm 73 to y'all.
Hey, Ed, I got a quick question for you. Kilo Golf 2, Romeo Golf.
Yes, Romeo Golf. Go ahead. Over.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you're out of time, but maybe I'd like to, today or another time in the future when you had time, if you could help me out with my 991 Alpha.
991 Alpha, this is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Stand by just a moment, sir. I'm just wrapping up with Ed, and I'll be with you there, Roger.
You can go the next day and hear what you sounded like, but yeah, I'm not too good at it. That's why I asked his help. Over.
Oh yeah, no, that's who I was trying to contact.
Well, I think the 991 Alpha sounds great the way it is. I wouldn't touch nothing. This is KA8YOR, 73's all. I think that 991A sounds great. I wouldn't touch nothing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'd still like to contact the gentleman out there that was helping out. Do you copy Kilo Golf to Romeo Golf in Albany, New York?
Oh, yeah.
Station in Albany, New York. Stand by just a moment. I'm trying to make it through the mirage of things here. This is KC9VKV, the Qso-Vlog net for Friday afternoon.